Hello? Yeah, commish here. Yeah, no, I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving too. Yeah, I love that new song. Yeah, it's pretty catchy, you know. Oh shit, I'm on air. Hold on, I gotta call you back. All right, bye. What up, guys? Commish here. Second edition of Live with the Commish. Currently started. We'll make it quick this time. We're gonna get more interviews as it progresses, obviously. But with this being a holiday and all, and you guys not having a ton of time to watch the video, all that. We're making it short and sweet. We're going to get to it. Give you a quick rundown of what's going on in the league. Still super close. We got 2 7-4s, a lot of 6 and 5s, some 5 and 6s, and of course the 4 and 7s. Just want to point out a couple things, I guess. Biggest thing to point out is Bill, owner of the Jimmy O Show. Your team is struggling, man. And you're not going to make the playoffs. Let's be serious. I don't care how many points you have. You're not going to get it done. So I think that's something really to know. I know you're a great owner. I know you're passionate. You're one of those guys. But 4 and 7, you got to win out, and you got to hope a lot of stuff happens. And, obviously it's possible in this league. Nobody's out of it yet. I've said that last week. But, that's disappointing. You can't be losing to Ed and Jan over there. That's pathetic. And the commish is just, I'm shocked. I'm shocked with a lot of these people. I'm also shocked with Nils. And your team's struggling hardcore. I think you lost 4 in a row now, and you started off 4-0, 5-1. What the hell is that? Guys, this is a league overall. I think you guys are doing great. I just got off the phone with Roger Goodell the other day, and he's loving the interest we're getting with the amount of intensity the league's bringing, and he's thinking about next year getting TV rights going for Thanksgiving games. So we're going to be hosting a couple Thanksgiving games, hopefully out on behind towers, get a good field going. So I'm pumped. This is going to help the revenue of the league and everything. So, but we're going to get right to it. We're going to get a phone call in, and I want to give CJ a call, or should I say Carl, because CJ's obviously the independent writer, but I want to give Carl a call and just address how his team's doing, and we'll go from there. I guess I don't really know. It's disappointing, but let's see if we can get him on the line here. We'll see. I don't really know if he's going to be. I know he's working. He's got weird hours, so. Carl.
Yes.
Commish here.
Mr. Commissioner, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I just got off of work a little bit ago.
Fantastic.
So, I'm sure you know why I'm calling, and I'm sure you're well aware of how your team's faring right now. But, I guess I just want to first start off with, what your indication, what's going on over there?
It's plain and simple. My guys aren't performing. It's as simple as that. My team's beating itself. No team's beating me. We are beating ourselves. The guys are not showing up. They're not performing. Beginning of the season, I drafted my draft. I thought I had a good team. My main question mark was RG3 at my quarterback position, and he has by far been the bright spot on my team. He has by far been the best player. 44 points last week. He put up 44 points last week, and the rest of my team, we put up 73 points altogether. So he scored more than half of my points.
Yeah, and I think RG3 has been, a big surprise, at least for me, because I was one of his biggest critics in the beginning of the year, and he's performing great. But I guess my biggest concern is I'm looking at, Ray Rice. He's just doing average over the past couple weeks. We got Mike Wallace, who has a hit or miss. He's a long distance threat, but other than that, he's not really going to give you that much. And I'm looking at your team, and I'm a little concerned just because after RG3, you got a lot of underperformers right now. And starting off 4-0 or 5-1, whatever you were, you've lost 4 straight, and I guess, are you going to make the playoffs? Because I think that's a big question for me and for everybody else in the league right now. Is, do you think you're going to make the playoffs? Because I'll tell you, I've talked to some other owners, and they've already written you off.
Well, let me start off by saying this. You're absolutely right about the middle of my team. When you think about it, my team has the ability. It really does. Ray Rice should be doing better than he is. He's the number 1 pick over. He's my number 1 pick overall. He's not performing, and neither is Mike Wallace. Puts up 0.6 points last week. The Texans defense, they put up negative 5 points.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
You would not think that in a million years going into that game, but the Jacksonville Jaguars lit them up. As for what you're saying about my playoff prediction, I still think I could do it. At the beginning of the year, we started off 4-0, and now we're 5-6. 4-0 at the beginning of the year, we're like, oh man, we're going to coast into the playoffs. It's going to be simple. That's not the case anymore. Obviously, we got to move on. The great thing about this is, right now we're on the outside looking in, but we're still in it. We're not gonna bow down. We're not going to bow out. We're just gonna keep plugging away. We got to win these next 2 weeks. We're gonna take it 1 week at a time. Next week we got Steve, and then after that we got Tony's team. Both teams are also struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
So you know what? We got to take it one week at a time, and hopefully we can get in there. I still think we have a very good shot. My guys just need to show up.
Yeah, and I would say your schedule definitely does favor you. I would say that Tony is probably the worst team in the league, and Steve's up there still, and I still don't understand how. I guess because I don't think his team's very good. But I actually talked to him yesterday, and he had a service announcement for the league saying, you better watch out, you better not cry. I'm going to the playoffs, bitches. And I when you hear something like that from Steve, you gotta respect it because he doesn't ever say stuff like that. So, I think he.
I give him credit for that.
Yeah, I thought it was clever. I thought it was a clever thing.
I'm really not sure if I can. I'm really not sure if I can make those statements right now. I can't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's tough for me to talk trash because.
Yeah, you do talk a lot of trash, and it hit you in the ass there, huh?
Yeah. Well, I started off doing it like I said,
great.
and I've come to regret it. And right now, I honestly can't do that. If my team hadn't lost for 4 straight, I would be on a different end of that. But unfortunately, that's not the case right now. My guys just need to do the talking for me.
Yeah, I would say honestly, I kind of relate it to our football games out behind towers. You'll have a great game, like you were 4-0 starting off, and then you'll have like 10 interceptions, and you will get killed. And that's kind of how your performance is on the football field, and man, it's kind of how your team's going right now. So we'll see what happens.
And it is frustrating. It really is. But there's nothing you can do about it right now. You just gotta accept what's coming to you. Like I said, my team's beating itself because, I haven't faced a team that's been putting up, it's not like I'm facing teams that are putting up 140 points a week.
Yeah.
Rockwood put up 97 points on me last week. I should have won. I didn't. With Arch 3 putting up 44 points, I should have definitely been able to score more than 97.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. My guys just need to wake up.
Yeah, well, Rockwood, Rockwood's a different breed when it comes to fantasy football. I think sometimes he has Jen set his lineups, other times I don't really know what he does. So you might have got screwed there, but, I think...
Yeah, he doesn't pay attention to his team half the time, and then he'll just come in and talk trash after he wins.
Well, if he wins, Matty Ice can be nice sometimes, so I don't know, but... Yeah, I guess that's really all I had on your team. Do you have anything to say to the league, or do you have any, questions for me? I don't usually open questions to the owners, but I'll do it in this case.
Well, I don't really have questions for you. I'd like to say that I pretty much know how everybody feels about how my team is doing. I'm sure everybody in the league is loving it. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody each week wants to see me go down.
Oh yeah, they do.
I'm like the Jets or the Giants or teams like that. Where
you're Steel Nils. That's what you are. You're Steel Nils.
Exactly. I'm just one of those teams that people are going to root against because they want to see me complain. And right now, I have a lot of complaints, but I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. I'm going to go down talk to my guys, and hopefully they come out to play these next 2 weeks so we can get into the playoffs. I always like to say the hot team's going to win the championship. Whoever rolls into the playoffs the hottest and plays the best is going to win. Last year, I won the league with Mark Sanchez as my quarterback, and who else could possibly say that? But my team got hot at the right time, and it was able to come out on top. So that's all I can do, and I got to prove all the haters wrong.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, and don't you worry. If you do blow this, I will be sure to contact you again. But it was good talking to you. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving, and good luck this week.
Thanks a lot, Commissioner. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Have a good one.
All right, so.
Well, guys, that was Carl. It was a good interview. He's a great guy to talk to. Very passionate owner, and looking at his team, like I said, they've been struggling, and we all like to see CJ lose because he does get intense. Carl, I keep screwing up the writer and the owner, but we all like to see Carl lose. We all like to see Carl get pissed because it happens so often, and it's hilarious. And I don't think his team's not going to make the playoffs because I think they're too good, and I think that he's got too easy of a schedule to blow it at this point. But I think we're all crossing our fingers that he does blow it because it will be really funny. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna cross our fingers for that. But other than that, I guess I don't have too much to highlight for this week because, like I said, I wanted to make it quick because I know it's Thanksgiving and all that. But I do want to point out one of the games I thought, and one of the teams I'm really looking at is Jim. And Jim, I'm going to tell you again, I like your team, but as a rookie, I still don't know if you got it in you. So you're playing the Parents this week. We'll see how you do. And I honestly think that you're going to give Flint a run for the money for that number 1 seed because Flint is falling fast. And I do want to mention that really quick before I let you guys go. I want to mention Flynn's team because Flynn, as we all know, is very consistent. Always has one of the better teams in the league, but this year especially, his team seems all right. His team's good, actually, but I'm seeing flaws in it. And when you got Peyton Manning, solid quarterback, but when your position players are Reggie Bush, hit or miss, very very, you never know what you're gonna get from him. Rashard Mendenhall, does that guy even play anymore? And then Andre Johnson, who's like 55, catching any touchdown passes, I don't even know anymore. So that'll be a team to watch for sure, and we'll look into that. But great interview. Hope you guys like it. Have a good Thanksgiving to all, and commish out. Have a good one, guys.